joke with altars. Altars are real. Whatever thing you see that happens to a man is powered from somewhere. Before you pack into a house, ask questions. Before you live in an environment, ask questions. Before you get married to any man or any woman, ask questions. What is following them might follow you. When you live in a house that the foundation is not right, there's every tendency that you will fight battles all through. Very important. Inherited poverty. You didn't cause anything, but you are bearing the consequence of an action you didn't commit. That is where bloody altar comes in. It means that a speaking is against a people. Wherever those kind of persons go, there is this voice of resistance. Don't help him. Don't help him. He will not do well. He will not do well. Jesus was never attacked in his life. Satan didn't visit him. He thought he was doing well until he got to 30. Because I might be talking now, you might be looking at yourself. This thing pastor is saying doesn't affect me. There are things waiting for you at certain junctions. As soon as the heavens opened, a voice thundered, "This is my beloved son." As soon as Jesus stepped out of that water, because that baptism was a representation of his death, burial, and resurrection. As soon as that mandate was declared, the Spirit led him to the wilderness. Satan showed up. David was fed. He was made king over Israel, but there were resistance over him. In 2 Samuel 5. He couldn't take possession of the entire Israel because certain people stood against him. There are certain things that wait for certain people at certain times. When you read 2 Kings chapter 4, the Bible gave account that child Elisha gave to the Shunammite woman never had attack until the child was grown. Satan allowed the child to grow. The Bible said he fell on a day after the child had grown. Devil struck. He died at once. You might not be feeling certain things until a man begins to come for your hand in marriage. That is when your stepmother will remember you. No, there is no issue until certain realms you want to cross. Do you know how many people that have died because they decide to go and build house in the village? They will tell you it doesn't happen here. Do you know what happened to John? On the day of his naming ceremony, the entire family of Zachariah gathered and they brought John the Baptist. What shall this one be called? Everybody shouted Zachariah. They said, no, it can't be called Zachariah. God gave us a name. They said, what is the name? They say John. The family said, no, nobody in our family answers John. The name Zachariah means gift. It could be gift of anything. John means gift from God. When I talk about this matter, don't joke with altars. Altars are real. Whatever thing you see that happens to a man is powered from somewhere. Don't joke with certain territories. What is an altar? An altar is a takeoff place of spirits. Do you know when they say this thing is a military base, Air Force base? If America builds base in your nation, that is where they stand to launch attack from. If there is an altar functional in your family, that is where certain arrows are coming from. And David inherited poverty from King Saul. And there was a famine in the days of David. For how many years? 3 years. Look at how the poverty came. Very systematic in nature. He said the thing came year after year. And David inquired of the Lord, and the Lord answered, it is not because of you. You are suffering this thing because of Saul and his bloody house, because he slew the Gibeonites. Some are actually doing well, but what is slowing them down is inherited. I'm not against you inheriting your father's house, but you must inherit the asset and the liability. When you weigh, if the liability is higher than the asset, you're wrong. When Elijah weighed the call of Jezebel and saw that the liability is higher than the asset, he took off. When Joseph and Mary weighed Herod, they took off to Egypt. You need to know how to take cover so you can re-strategize and relaunch. Whatever thing you got from your father that does not favor your destiny, if you shout amen, that thing is on fire right now. Whatever you got from your mother that is not in line with your destiny, as you shout amen, that thing is set on fire right now.